Tonight, is there an underground network of doctors helping people avoid vaccinating their kids?
All right, today it's been revealed that a group of Melbourne health practitioners are being investigated for helping parents avoid vaccinating their kids and then boasting about it.
From the Illuminati to the stonecutters to that creepy cult of powerful men on House of Cards, the world's seen its fair share of secret societies.
Welcome to Elysian Fields.
Then there are these guys, described as a secret Melbourne cell of anti-vaxxer doctors, reportedly caught on camera, spruiking ways to bypass compulsory vaccination at a Melbourne screening of Vaxxed, from cover-up to catastrophe.
Everything I've been telling my patients for the last 10 years has been based on a lie.
Hi, I'm Dr. Marita James, naturopathic physician chiro. I have a natural healing centre where Dr. Piesse works. We can support you, and we have been supporting about 600 families.
I would like you all to know that it is possible to get exemption with a doctor's letter of contraindication in the right form.
A group of medical professionals, reportedly including registered doctors, are being investigated over their support of the anti-vaxxer movement. Today, Dr. John Piesse indicated he was one of them.
I am quite convinced that there are many, many children being damaged in our society by unsafe vaccines.
Federal Health Minister Greg Hunt was having none of it.
They are already being investigated, not just by state authorities, but also by the national authorities.
The behaviour of a general practitioner as demonstrated in those videos is absolutely unacceptable. But it's also 600 families who are now susceptible to disease and perhaps responsible for spreading disease throughout their community.
If there are other doctors out there preaching anti-vaccination positions, then we will find them.
So is it even possible for anyone to know if their kids are going to school with unvaccinated children?
Well, is there a doctor in the house? Yes, there is. Dr. Bridie O'Donnell joins us. Thanks for coming along, Bridie.
No worries, Carrie.
So have you had any people coming to your surgery wanting to get around vaccinations?
Not at the place of my work, but it's certainly something that gets discussed. Friends or patients of mine who have young children will talk about their obligations, photocopying their MyGov or Centrelink documents to prove to childcare centres that their child has been vaccinated. So it's something that definitely childcare centres and primary schools are rigorously pursuing.
So two things here. There are registered doctors doing this, but also people who are using the title doctor, but they're not registered, who are kind of, it seems, masquerading as medical doctors. Isn't there some regulatory system that stops that kind of thing happening?
Well, I think sometimes people use that term. Certainly we know there are people who've taken out PhDs and they should be called doctor. So it's a very tricky situation given that some people are, if you like, piggybacking on the qualifications of registered doctors. But the obligation then is for them to say, I don't use evidence-based medicine, I have theories about vaccination, none of which have been proven, and I feel strongly in this way. But you've got all of those parents sitting in a room, and as been listed, around 600 families who've been affected, who probably feel like, yeah, we are being supported, and that's terrible for them. It's dangerous, and it's dangerous for the community.
So both you and Waleed are doctors, just different doctors?
Indeed.
What is the implication, Bridie, of 600 families that we're saying have found a way around vaccination? What does that mean for the rest of the community?
Well, there's this idea of herd immunity, and if we speak to people who are opposed to vaccination or feel that their child might be suffering from an adverse reaction, they will say, well, my child won't get measles, mumps or rubella because everybody else is vaccinated anyway, which is a very dangerous approach to take. And certainly we know, for example, when a woman is pregnant or if she has a young infant who hasn't yet had the whooping cough vaccination, then that child or that pregnant woman can be really at risk of contracting disease. So it does have a significant impact on the community, and also we can't tell by looking who's had a vaccination and who hasn't. People who work with young children, teachers, speech pathologists, OTs, nurses, lots of people have contact with young kids and they don't want to get sick either. So there's definitely a selfishness, and that child's not getting a choice in this situation. It's a choice being made by their parents.
All right, Bridie, we'll leave it there. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.